Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Got my little apple juice for me. I'm gonna be doing a little story time about how I met my ex-boyfriend Michael. I don't know how he's gonna take this video, but I'm sure he'll be fine. And so yeah, did I do story time yet? I don't think so. I think this is my first time doing story time, but I'm gonna keep this long and short and simple because I know I can keep this video for like an hour. But alright, so one time, me and a bunch of my friends were at a park, and we were just chilling, and then we ended up seeing some kid with a bunch of his brothers, and one of my friends said, "Oh, I know that kid." I was like, "Oh, okay, who is he or whatever?" He's like, "Oh, that's Michael. He was like, that's Michael." We were like friends or whatever for a while or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So we walked up there, and he was telling us about some stories about his life and shit out of nowhere or whatever. So, long story short, he left, we left, we went our separate ways. Never seen him for a couple weeks. And then one time I was sitting at the park and we were just thinking about Master or whatever, and he was with one of his friends walking this way, and I was getting up to leave the park going this way. So while he was going this way, I was going this way. And then he looked back and he was like, "Oh, you don't remember me?" I looked back, I was like, "No, I don't remember you." And then he was like, "I'm Michael." I was like, "Oh, okay." Da, da, da. And then after that, we didn't see each other for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden I seen him at my friend's house. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" Like, I'm a little confused. "What are you doing here?" He was like, "Oh, I'm dating Anthony." I'm like, "Really? Like, what? You're dating Anthony?" I was a little confused or whatever. Yeah, he's bisexual. Michael is bisexual. So, but anyways, so I was like, okay, that's cool. And then he was like flirting with me type shit, and I didn't really care about it because he was dating my friend Anthony or whatever. And so I just let it slide. I didn't really care or whatever. And then so I left, and then one time, me and my friend Marissa had went up to his house because at this time we were close or whatever. So we went up to his house or whatever, and so one thing led to another, which you guys know what I mean. Yeah, I kind of made a mistake while him and Anthony were dating, and one thing led to another, and yeah, and then so we dated for a while. Anthony was mad that I ended up doing what I did with him, and then we almost got into a fight or whatever, but that never happened. I don't know. I was just saying I was sorry to Anthony or whatever. So then after that, after he knew that we were fucking around, me and Michael ended up dating. So we were dating for like we dated for 7 years, but after like 5 years, me and Michael ended up doing really bad in our relationship. Really bad because he ended up getting schizophrenic. And if y'all don't know what that is where he thinks he could talk to the dead. And he was thinking that he was talking to, so one time, long story short, we were living by ourselves. It was just me and him living with each other, and he turned his back on me, and he was about to go to sleep. I was like, why can't he wouldn't let me hold him for nothing. So I was trying to hold him or whatever. And then he was like, "No, get off me. I don't want you holding me." I was like, "Why? What the fuck is your problem?" Like, I was mad as hell. Like, why don't you want your girlfriend touching you after like 5 years of us dating? So he was like, "Oh, I'm in love with your sister." "You're in love with my sister, really, bro?" So then he was like, yeah. I was like, "What are you talking about, my sister?" He was like, "Your dead sister." I'm like, so we ended up breaking up because he was talking about some crazy shit that he was in love with my dead sister or whatever. So we ended up breaking up. Long story short, I went to Job Corps to take hotel and lodging for my trade, and I got my diploma. And then I came back home. We ended up working things out because we just ended up talking about it and shit like that. And to remind you, he was still sick, and so he was still sick or whatever. I ended up taking him back, and then after a while, after really a couple more years, he was just like going insane, like going really crazy to where wasn't in love with him anymore. I just stopped being in love. And then I went over to his brother, or no, to his mom's house, and his brother was over there. Michael's brother was over there. And he was talking about, oh, and to remind y'all, we was dating at this time. So me, his brother, his mom, everybody was chilling in his mom's Michael's backyard or whatever. And then his brother comes out of nowhere and talk about, you want to go to a party? I got some bitches over there. I got some bitches. I was like, looking at his brother like, are you fucking stupid? His girlfriend is sitting right here next to you. Like, are you dumb? And then, so Michael obviously never went. And then, me and Michael ended up going back to our house. And then I was like, then the next day, I was like, Michael, do you even want to be together? He was like, I don't know. He was like, do you want to be together? I was like, not really, because you're not showing me no affection. You never want to do anything with me. To remind you, this is 7 years later of us being in a relationship. 7 years later of us being in a relationship. And then, I was like, no, it'd be best if we just separate and we be friends or whatever, and it's best for us, and we just can't do it. No, I was like, we can't do it no more. And then we were just like, okay, let's just part ways or whatever. So now, in today's world, after 7 years, after 7 long years, I don't feel like I wasted my time with him, but because he's done a lot for me and I've done a lot for him, and we obviously met for a reason. Everybody meets for a reason. So if you guys are in a relationship and going through some shit, just know you guys are always meeting somebody for a reason. No matter who it is, no matter what y'all going through, you guys are going through something right now, but it's gonna get better most of the time. And you guys always meet for a reason, just like I said. You guys always meet for a reason. Even if you guys break up and don't see each other for years and years and years, he was in your life, she was in your life for a reason. So anyways, we ended up parting ways, and he did what he did, I did what I did with being there for him, and he did what he did with being there for me. And he was really there for me. I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to handle anything anymore, whatever, because I was so used to living with him and taking care of him. And obviously he was schizophrenic, so I had to really take care of him, like, really bad, like, a lot. Like, I had to make sure he had his medicine, took a shower every day, did this, cleaned the house, did this, did that. So I was pretty much taking care of him, like, after 7 long years. We just ended up breaking up because we just weren't meant for each other at the end. But now, in today's world, like I was saying, we are still best friends. We are best friends and nothing more. Not anything less. Nothing more. Best friends. And he calls me every day. I call him every day. I see him on day-to-day basis. A couple times a week I see him. And like I said, he calls me every day. I call him every day. Sometimes he's annoying, of course. But, yeah, we still keep in contact and shit like that. But, that's how I met Michael. And you guys will end up seeing him eventually. I tried to pull a prank on him a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't working. So I failed at that. He seen the camera, like, right away. Like, he seen the camera. So it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But, yeah, that's how I met him. Sorry if you guys hear my niece in the background. She's in the tub or whatever. But, yeah, I think that's it. I met him. I told y'all how I met him, why we're not together. I can't believe we're really not together after that long. That's just crazy. I never thought that. I was so happy to bring him around my family, and like, I don't know, I'm really good in relationships, and I knew that relationship wasn't healthy for me nor him. So we just had to walk away from each other. But trust me, y'all will see him. Y'all will know what I'm talking about when he's schizophrenic. Sorry if anybody that is watching is schizophrenic. I'm not picking on you. I'm just telling y'all my story. But we didn't break up because of his sickness. Because I was still with him before and after his sickness. So don't even think that we broke up because of that, because we really didn't. We broke up because it was best for us. He was thinking that he was in love with somebody else, and I don't know, a whole bunch of shit just happened, like, and I'm not trying to tell the whole, like, I don't know, I told the whole story, but I'm just trying to keep it short and simple. But, Michael, don't kill me for making this video. You know I love you. You know I got lots of love for you. And he swears up and down that I'm still in love with him. He swears up and down that I'm still in love with him. I'm trying to tell him that I'm not in love with him. I'm like, alright, like, when we hang up on the phone, he'll be like, I'll be like, okay, Michael, I love you, bye. Then he'll be like, alright, later, bye. Doesn't even say I love you. And then I go over to the house. I'm like, Michael, why don't you ever say, when I say, alright, love you, bye, why don't you ever say that you love me and then say bye? He was like, because I'm not in love with you. I'm like, I'm not in love with you either. That was a whole year ago that we broke up. A whole year ago. I'm not in love with you no more. We broke up because we were not in love with each other anymore. So, but he swears up and down I'm in love with him. And I'm trying to tell him I'm not. But he just doesn't want to listen. Oh, and guess what he said when I was trying to prank him the other day? He was like, oh, I know what you were trying to tell me. I know what because I told him a couple hours before I got to his house. I was like, I got something to tell you. He was like, what is it? And then he came to the house and he was like, what is it? I'm like, I'm not telling you right now. And then he was like, oh, something's telling me that you got a new boyfriend. I'm like, so you would be mad if I have a boyfriend? He was like, shut up. I was like, you will be mad if I have another boyfriend? He was like had that face like, yeah, I'll be mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he'll be mad if I have a boyfriend. But I'm not gonna be in a relationship anytime soon. Oh, and I remember how I vlogged saying that I can't have babies or whatever. I think I did that yesterday, but I will catch you guys up on why I can't have babies in probably the next video or something like that sometime soon when I'm getting ready to tell you guys, when I'm close enough to tell you guys, then I will let you know. But give me a thumbs up for this video, and make sure you come back to Brittany's game. Make sure you come back because I want to see y'all. And tomorrow's video or the next day's video is gonna be lit. Y'all gotta stay tuned in like 2 more days. Make sure you guys are watching because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It is. But that's the story, the short story of me and Michael, of why I'm single and why we're not together and how we first met and all that. Alright, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and like I said in the last video, make sure you guys let me know of what videos you want to see next and all that good stuff, and maybe what I can fix in my videos or how I can be in my videos or however you guys like seeing videos or whatever. Just give me guys advice and give me ideas. Alright, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that doorbell next to the subscribe button. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure you do that. Look at my bun. Look at my bun. My hair is always looking messed up when I'm on camera. Always. But yeah, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and stay tuned to the next video because you all are not going to want to miss that. But come back to Brittany's game. Come back to Brittany's game. Love you guys.